Alright, ladies and gentlemen, here's the practice quiz solutions. I'm going to post the answers for 11.2 and 11.3 attached to this. So I'm not going to necessarily show them on here, but we'll make it work. Okay. Alright, so on top here, to find the 24th term, remember we have to use this formula here. And I plug in A1, the first term. 24 minus 1 times whatever it's going up by, which it was going up by 2. I plug that directly like that into a calculator, or I go 23 times 2 is 46 plus 12 is 58. Because you always have to do the times first, remember. Okay, this might not be quite as easy. 23 times 10 is negative 230, plus 13.1 is negative 216.9. Okay, again, you could just plug it. I didn't even write 24 minus 1 here. I just wrote 23, so you can plug it in like that. Okay. On the next one, is it arithmetic or not? So all we got to do is determine, is it plus or minus? And if so, what is it going up or down by? This one is minus 26, minus 26, minus 26. It doesn't look like it, but it is. Yes. As a matter of fact, I'm just going to write the word yes. Okay. And its common difference we determined was negative 26. Okay. This one is plus 7, plus 7, plus 6. Oh, that might get you. Be careful looking for that kind of stuff. This is clearly a no. Okay. Now it's asking, is it geometric, which again means is it times or divide. So this would be times 4 times 2 points. Nope. If it's not going up or down by the same kind, we just say no. This, how in the world can I get that? 10 times what gives you 15, right? Well, remember, common ratio means divide. So if I take any time, any term, and divide it by the previous term, I should get my common ratio. So if I just go 15 divided by 10, I see it's 1.5. And I'm just going to double check that that works. If I go 1.5 times 15, yep, I get 22.5 times 1.5 again, because that was our term, 33.75. Sure enough, there it is. It is a yes. And then it asks me to identify the common ratio, which is 1.5. And then it asks me to find the next two terms. Please be careful. It asks for 4 things here. Is it geometric? What's the common ratio? The next two terms. So again, I'm just going to take 33.75 times that by 1.5 to get 50.625, and times that by 1.5 to get 75.9375. Do not round. I'm not going to give you any decimals that are going on forever. Okay? All right. So, next part. Are they arithmetic, geometric, or neither? Find the next two terms. All right, so this is, doesn't look like it, but plus 6, plus 6, plus 6, so that's arithmetic. Next two terms would be add 6 more to get 3, and add 6 more to get 9. There's that. Okay. This is minus 18, no, that's not it. That wouldn't even be minus, that'd be minus 36, and then that wouldn't work again. So let's think divide. Yeah, that's divide by negative 3, that's divide by negative 3, that's divide by negative 3. So that makes it, of course, geometric. Now, if you remember, you can't say divide by negative 3. You would say negative 1/3 is the common ratio, because it's dividing by 3 means times by 1/3. And then if I times that negative 1 by a negative 1/3, I get a positive 0.3 repeating. And if I times that by a negative 1/3, or again, just keep dividing by negative 3, I get negative 0.1 repeating. Okay? Or you could think of this as 1/3 or negative 1/9. I don't care if you write it as a fraction or a decimal. I really don't. Okay? This is minus 7, minus 7, minus 7. That is clearly arithmetic. And if I minus 7 a couple more times, I get negative 26 and negative 33. And this one is, let's see, minus 4 plus 8 minus 12. That's not consistent at all. And I can't say times negative 3 times. It's not either add or multiply. So that is neither. But as promised when I was going through this section, there can be 2 more terms. And on the quiz, there will be 2 more terms. And the next 2 terms, well, in this case, there is no, the next 2 terms, excuse me, well, look at what the pattern is. What's happening here? It's going up by odd numbers and it's switching signs. So the next number would be positive 9. And the next number would be just negative 11. And yes, it is that easy. I'm sorry, on this one, I didn't even need this. That was just the common ratio. It didn't ask for that. It just asked for the next 2 terms. Would I count you off if you did that? No. But I do want to see the next 2 terms. Okay. All right. So for the next few, I already kind of worked ahead a little bit. For arithmetic sequence, I have to add them and divide by the number of terms. For geometric sequence, I had to times them and take the square root. So when I added these two again, I can see this is plus 24, it works. I can see this is plus 13.5, and then plus 13.5, it works. This would be times 5 and times 5, or times negative 5 and times negative 5, times 10 and times 10, or times negative 10 and negative 10. So it works. And again, I just plug those in just like you see it down here. Okay, using the formula. Here's the first formula. Sorry, I messed up. I tried to write the geometric one. That is the geometric one. Again, all that means is just the product of the first number and the last number. Okay. Then down at the bottom, I have to do the explicit formula here and generate the first 5 terms. So this, again, is worth a point to just write the explicit term out. That's why I plan to put 2 parts here, right? And then the first 5 terms, please do not start with 72 here, because I'm telling you the first term is 144. Don't mess that up. And then times that by 0.5. Okay, well, times it in your calculator. 144 times 0.5 is half of that, which is 72, right? And then half of that is 36, and then half of that is 18, and then half of that is 9. And that's good enough for that. Again, I don't need you to plug in numbers over and over when you know it's going to be a ratio of 0.5. For this one, I times this by negative 10. Again, the first term is what you've already been given. Don't mess that up. The next term is times it by negative 10. You can see what it does is it moves the decimal over place, but it also is going to make it negative. 0.375, positive 3.75, negative 37.5, and positive 375. And that is my solutions to that. That's it, y'all. That's the practice quiz. Use this video to help you do the quiz. See you on the next one.